This is the practice test for charts and graphs, and here we are looking at questions 12 through 14. And the problem states, in Shelbyville, the fines for speeding are explained in the table below. So we have this table, and we have three columns. In the first column, we have the miles per hour over the posted speed limit. So how fast someone is going over the speed limit is in this column, and then we determine how much the general fine is going to be, and then there's also what's called an additional fine for court expenses. So for example, if we were going 15 miles per hour over the speed limit, then this would be the row that we would be looking at. We're going 15 miles over the speed limit, and we would add up the general fine and the additional fines. If we were going 30 miles over the speed limit, then we would be down in this row, over 25 miles per hour over the speed limit. And then we would use this row to determine the general fines and the additional fines. So that's how we need to use the table. And now we can look at the questions. Question number 12 says, if you were traveling 65 miles per hour in a 55 mile per hour zone, what would your total fine be, including court expenses? So 65 miles per hour in a 55 zone, that's 10 miles over the speed limit. So 10 miles over the speed limit puts us in this first row right here, between 0 and 15 miles per hour over the speed limit. And so the general fine would be $50. The court fee would be $35, and we would add those two together to get a total fine of $85. Then on number 13, if you are traveling 75 miles per hour in a 55 mile per hour zone, what would be your total fine? What would your total fine be, including court expenses? Now 75 in a 55, that's 20 miles per hour over the speed limit. And 20 miles per hour would put us here between 16 and 25. So this is the row that we're going to be looking at. And for the general fine, we have $70. And then we add to that plus $1 for each mile per hour over the limit. So that would be $1 for every mile per hour over the speed limit, which is 20. We were going 20 miles over the speed limit. So it would be $1 times 20, and then that would give us a total of 20 right here. And then also we have the court cost, which is $45. We add that on. When we add these three together, 70 plus 20 plus 45, we get a total of $135. And then question number 14, if you were traveling 85 in a 55 mile per hour zone, what would your total fine be, including court expenses? So we're going 30 miles over the speed limit now, and that would put us down here in the last row, 30 miles over the speed limit. We would have a general fine of $80 plus $2 for each mile per hour over the speed limit. So $2 times the 30, because we're going 30 miles over the speed limit, we're paying $2 for each of those 30 miles per hour over the speed limit. And then we have a court cost of $60. So we add these together, 80 plus 60 plus 60, and the total is $200.